Good afternoon. Welcome to the latest edition of the West Side Story. I'm John Casey, and I'll be your host for the next couple of minutes while we talk about things that are happening on the west side of Santa Clara. The first item I want to talk about, though, is not actually on the west side or in the west side. It's actually downtown. The Parade of Champions is back, and on October 9th will be this year's edition. A lot of fun, just a really good event. There's always a few giveaways. You see people you maybe haven't seen in a while, get a chance to see some of the local politicians. It's a lot of fun. As I say, it's on the 9th. It starts at 9 in the morning. You may want to get there a little early. And from past experience, trust me, if you see a no parking sign, it means no parking. They will tow. However, it's a lot of fun, and if you want food or refreshments of any kind at the parade itself, you have to go over to Homestead Village, which is a quarter block away. And the nice thing about that is it also supports local businesses. All the folks involved there are actually, people who live here and work here. The third thing is a next San Francisco 49ers game, which will take place on October 3rd at Levi Stadium, starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, 1:05 actually in the afternoon. Just a passing note, the city managed 4 drunk arrests out of the last game. So let's talk about crimes a little bit. I'm happy to report that the city's SAP implementation is finally completed, and they use Crystal Reports to produce the report, and it's absolutely wonderful. It was great to see it back today. In reviewing those reports, I found no real big surprises. The theft of catalytic converters continues, and the theft of the cars themselves continue. Within a mile of where I'm sitting, there is either a car stolen or seriously vandalized every day. There was one here on Granada yesterday. I just can't emphasize enough. If you see something, say something. I think the police dispatch center would much rather hear about you calling to say there's some wacko in the carport than having to come out and take a report about a missing catalytic converter or a car. The kind of an interesting thing, the city of Sunnyvale back in July 12th, I think it was, arrested this guy, Dr. Todd Yao. And Dr. Yao was accused of physically assaulting one of his patients. And as they always do, Sunnyvale said, if anybody else knows anything about this, please let us know. And unfortunately, somebody did, so they've added some more charges to him. Then there's this fellow, Ryan Cox, who actually killed somebody in Sunnyvale this month, and they've also apprehended him and hauled him off to jail. The city's crime statistics for the year are posted. They're on the city's website. They are an interesting grasp of what's happening. If you are in possession of prescription drugs that you no longer need, for any of the reasons you might not need them, we ask that you contact the police department. They have in their office, main office, a large box where you can throw those items in. It's a covered box. Nobody has to see what you're throwing in. There are some restrictions. I got to be honest, they're not real happy about sharps floating around, and I don't say that I blame them. But they will do that and get rid of them for you safely and easily. Should you be confined to home and can't get out, that's okay. They respect that also, and they will provide if you call them, they will provide an envelope for you to mail the unneeded drugs back to the police station. I think that's a good deal. There was a town hall meeting last night on the technology behind and the use of license plate readers, and it was a pretty good meeting. The video of it is on the city's website if you want to hear what was said and get the updates there. I frequently get asked, John, you say it's on the city's website, or you say this, or you say that, and reference a link. And yes, I do. I haven't quite figured out how to get them into the description of this these items yet. However, you can go to the weekly print version, which will be out later this afternoon, and check those links out. So that's John Casey, and that's it for this week. Please stay safe. Thanks.